Hey, welcome. Lee Karaoke here. Wanted to walk you through an experiment that I actually ran, right? So, I came up with for 30 days, all I've been doing, actually, it's more than 30 days because I wasn't sending emails consistently. But what I did, I was sending emails to my list. So, I have a subscriber list. It's not that huge. It's about, I would say it's 1,300 members and probably like 70% of them are active, right? So I sent out an email and I would do a split test like, hey, do a variation. I'm using Kit to actually do the variation. And what I would do is I would just send out these emails, right? Just talking about thoughts, things that I've seen, and I would just do a split test of the headline, right? So I went back and then I could actually look at all the winning headlines, right? Because after you run a split test, it splits the two headlines. The content's still the same, right? But then at the end, it tells you which one's the winner based on open rate, and click-through rate, right? So I went ahead and collected all the winners and put them into this spreadsheet. And I was like, what if there's an underlying pattern, right? So took these headlines, went over to ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, ChatGPT, could you tell me, like, what is the common pattern, right, between these headlines and why did they become the winners? And interestingly, ChatGPT came up with a framework, right, like a framework behind why all these headlines were literally winning, right? And it was literally an underlying framework. I didn't even know I was using this framework, but now that I had ChatGPT analyze analyze all the emails, it came up with a framework literally called the headline code, right? So this headline code is literally like how to craft out winning headlines. It's literally a framework. It's called the headline code. So the first thing is you start with the hook, right? Then you establish expertise, right? Sales is greater than revenue. It took me 5 years to get this, right? That was one of the headlines that I actually won, right? Establish expertise or experience, my top insight from 8 years of coaching, right? And then you anchor to a problem or desire, right? You speak directly to the problem or desire, right? How to dominate the AI anxiety or the 5 buyer questions, right? And then deliver a promise or path, 5 things to do right now in your business. Leverage simplicity and specificity, right? Easy consumption, right? Numbers list for easy consumption. So I didn't even realize I was using these numbers, all like 5 buyer questions, the one word, invoke emotion or identity, right? The hard conversation I had with my uncle. And then there's definitely a nudge as far as like, what do you want them to do, right? What business problem do you want to disappear? Joining us. I remember this was for an event that I was running, right? And then finally, you want to evoke urgency or change, right? Something that will be memorable, something that will force them to start thinking differently, or at least have a perspective. So I was like, oh, this is great. Like it took all those points and it literally created a framework, right? And literally I can even convert this into a book, right? And write more about it, right? But then I was like, let's even go further, right? What if we can actually create a web app whereby now you don't have to think about these headlines. You can literally just go in, put in whatever topic you want to talk about, and then use this web app to literally go ahead and create a headline for you. Or if you already have a headline and you would like to actually run it through this headline code, you can literally paste your headline and then it'll go through it and say, oh, this is what you're missing, this is how you can improve it, and things like that. So I went ahead and I'm not an app person, I'm not even a developer, but literally I used ChatGPT, told ChatGPT, hey, could you code for me this web app, right? And for Netlify. So Netlify is one of those places you can go in and host code, and it could be on the client base, there's no client or server side, like really just an MVP, right? So I went ahead and created this headline toolkit, right? Headline code toolkit, and all it does is that you put in your headline, and then you select the triggers that are most important to you, right? And then it'll generate the headline prompt. Now with that headline prompt, you could copy that prompt and then go over to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, could you literally create this headline for me? And then once you get that headline, now you can come in and paste it here, and then check all these all these scoring, I call them the scoring variables, right? To actually score your headline and see, hey, are you hitting the curiosity button? Are you actually hitting the transformation or the results, right? Are you sparking a transformation? Is there a number, right, or specificity? You know, is there emotion or vulnerability? Are you sharing a personal experience, right? So you pick all the key variables that you want this headline to actually rank for, and then you score it, and then the headline it'll literally give you a score. And then at the end of it, right, you can literally you can also draft your headline. You can copy that headline, the winning headline, and then just paste it here, and then copy that headline, or you can download it. So if you would like access to this tool, it's still in the beta stages, like I'm just testing, I'm not even charging for it. Just make sure you send me an email or put your name and email, click on that button, go, there'll be somewhere where you just share your email, and then I'll send this tool to you. All right, hope you enjoyed. Take care. Cheers. Bye. Hey, if you actually wanted the tool, you didn't have to watch the entire video. You could have just fast forwarded it all the way to the end. I'll still give you the tool as long as you click on the button, the link, whatever it is, and make sure you get you this tool. Cheers. Talk to you soon. Bye.